you an idea of that. And it's quite a useful thing. It's quite a nice thing if you're doing a presentation or something. You take the words from the presentation, throw it into this website Wordle, which is free, and it will immediately give you a sort of word picture like that, and you can use it then to say to people, this is the sort of area I'm covering. So for instance, here's the William Wordsworth, here's our poem with the words in the same order as William Wordsworth did it. I say as a maths teacher, I think it's neat to take them alphabetical. You know where you stand, don't you? Right. This is President Obama's inauguration speech when he became president. So you can put that in, and then you can see what sort of words he chose. So what's the emphasis of what he said? Well, the interesting thing to do is to compare it. Here's President Bush's second inauguration speech. When he became president the second time, you get this one. Now, well, for me, the interesting thing is, which is the biggest word on there? Freedom. And that isn't what I think about when I think about President Bush. But, you know, so it teaches you at least to be cynical about what they say. And then what you can do, say you are, you know, you're a modern history teacher or whatever, you can do that with the students, and then you can maybe compare the two. So you can say, right, here's Obama's, here's Bush's. What do you think they're talking about? What are they trying to say? What's the difference between them? Why have they chosen those words? What message are they trying to get across? Is what they're saying the truth? Or are they trying to pull the wool over your eyes and try and present themselves somewhat differently? So, liberty, freedom, country, America, every down here. Obama, what have we got? Nation, America, must, new generation, common, today. Freedom's very small. So, cool. Anybody got any comments on that?
There's a question. Is this done in Wordle again?
Yes.
Comparison.
The comparison isn't it? Those are two different Wordle. In one case,
put together.
This is actually on the Wordle website, or it'll take you to it. I can't remember. So you get Obama's speech. You just copy and paste it into Wordle, and it'll do it. And you can choose the colours and so on. You know, it lets you play around a bit like that.
W-O-R-D
L-E.
L-E.
Yeah. And I mean, it does it very, very easily, but this is on the website, but it is quite a useful device. The thing it says to me is this, that what the inauguration speech seems to be about, is more keeping the people who didn't vote for you happy than keeping the people who did vote for you. So in Obama's case, I mean, he was sort of labelled as a liberal, and in American terms. And so he was quite keen that people should say, no, he's going to be he's going to be a good, strong president. He's not too liberal, he's reasonably conservative. So you've got America's quite big, nation, common, is just sort of bring everybody together for the country. Whereas in Bush's case, people obviously worry, the people who didn't vote for him, that in fact he's all about repression and imperialism and so on. So, you've got liberty and freedom and so on. It's quite an interesting exercise to go through. But the website is very easy to use, and the reason I put that up is because it is an example of how you can use the technology to teach just as you're teaching now. This is not forcing you to do any different mode of teaching, but it actually helps you to do it better, okay? And one of the things that I think, a lot of the discussion that we have is about the school of the future and so on, the worry is that, you know, we can get these sort of ideas about the school of the future, but as I say, on Monday morning you've got to go into your class or into your school, and really you're back in the system that you're in. So how do you move forward? Well, schools are not going to change in a revolutionary way all overnight. The way we're going to move forward is by comfortably using the technologies as one of the aspects that's changing, and feeling that we're doing our job better, getting more confident with using them, and then possibly moving into from the sustaining element to the disruptive, if you like, thinking, well, actually, I don't quite need to do it this way anymore. I can now do it differently. We can actually teach differently and so on. Does anybody, any comments at all? Has anybody actually used this in the class? Have you used it? How did you use it?
I'm a geography teacher, so I've used it for giving them geographical concepts and gathering.
Right.
And then I've used it for comparisons and to analyze some concepts and to synthesize.
Yeah. It's a very attractive way of putting together a group
I've
of
even used
words.
this for my school, Beaconhouse. Whatever I've
Yes.
See, the same sort of practice is being practiced in the classrooms. Like I'm taking class 2, so the students in my class are the age of 8, 7,
Yes,
8,
yes.
between 7, 8 and
Yes.
8. So not using the word, but instead on the paper they're given jumbled up words to write, use them in a paragraph.
Right.
So not exactly using this
No.
website, but the same sort of practice
Yes.
is being
Yes.
done. So I
Yes.
think this is something which resembles that.
Yeah.
We are using the knowledge exactly. I don't understand, but I'm just telling it that the main thing is being
No,
practiced in a
that's
different
right.
ways.
I mean, I think that it's an important thing to say. There's nothing new under the sun, if you like. Everything, you know, you don't suddenly come up with some absolutely incredibly new. Everything develops, you know, and there will
Definitely
be.
using technology
Yes.
is going to be better because it's time saving as well.
That's
Instead
right.
of teachers finding out appropriate words, you can get
That's
it
right.
from word.
Absolutely. I mean, you didn't need the technology to do that thing I did with William Wordsworth's poem, writing all the letters out. It just take a very long time, and if you're a teacher, you don't have that amount of time. The technology just helps you to do it. And I mean, this thing is quite attractive, so it's. I'm just checking on which slide. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you a video that I have shown some people at Beaconhouse before. So who have been on the courses that I've run on? ETAC ambassadors or SLA? Right, well, I apologise to you because you might have seen this video before. Okay. So what I say, again, I'll emphasise what I'm talking about. Looking at technologies and how they help us to do what it is that we want to do, but to do it a bit better. So this is, in my view, this is one of the best examples of that. Tripping over the wires. One of the best examples of that. This is a primary school which took digital video and then really thought and discussed within the school how could they use digital video to really reinforce all the different things they want to do in the school. It's a primary school in Birmingham. How many of you have been to Birmingham? Birmingham's got quite a large population that comes from Pakistan, and you'll see one or two children in the school that obviously their parents, if not they, come from Pakistan. It's a primary school in Birmingham, very nice primary school, and they're using digital video. Now if I say a school uses digital video, you'll think of one or two ways in which a school uses digital video, but you'll see this school has really thought it through. So we'll have a look at the video. I might have to restart it again if I haven't got the sound level right. Let's just see.
The person below him, the person who has not passed as secondary schooling,
Robin Hood School in Birmingham places enormous emphasis on the need for its pupils to have a positive approach to learning. The school has developed a rich and exciting curriculum to engage and motivate its pupils, and results consistently show that they are achieving this aim. ICT has been an important ingredient in the school's success.
We've got a very clear view about what teachers need to do and be able to do in terms of their own ICT capability. We haven't got an ICT coordinator here. We feel that every teacher has to be an ICT coordinator. Every teacher, as a basic minimum, has to be able to deliver the requirements of the year group that they're working in. We try and get staff to support each other, so more experienced staff could mentor new staff as they join the school. We also have a group of staff that we call our innovation team, who are actually looking at leading edge practice, both here within the school and what's happening internationally, and actually bring that information back into school, pilot activities, and where appropriate they become part and parcel of what we're doing within the school.
One activity that started out as a pilot project is stop animation. Pupils work in groups of 4, with each taking on a particular role to produce a movie complete with voiceover. For children who ordinarily find literacy work difficult, the project provides an exciting means to understand a range of concepts, such as sequencing, dialogue, and character.
We started off with just a small group, and it was done as a holiday workshop, and it was fantastic. The learning, both on the sort of ICT capability level, was fantastic, but also in terms of children's language development, in terms of their interaction with each other, in terms of learning how you have to cooperate and negotiate in order to finish a small film. That was so good that we felt this has to be an entitlement for every child, not just the small few that can come to the club. And so we then began the process of looking at what learning is already going on, how can we build this into our existing work, and also because technology was becoming easier, was it possible to do it with younger children rather than the oldest children first? And so we looked at year 2 and felt they would be perfectly capable of using iMovie and using the little quick cams, which they are.
First with the story, we practiced quite a lot. After we started to do the movie, after we did the movie, we left the voices.
The Year 2 animation project is actually just a part of a much wider scheme of work.
For some time now, we've been aware that children need skills in what we call visual literacy. They are no longer just engaged with text-based learning, and we were keen to begin to identify the skills that they need in this field. So we set up a working party of staff, and we began to look at the project from 2 angles. First, the child as reader of visual information in all its formats, and then the child as the creator of visual information. What skills do they need? What understanding do they need in order to be able to do this, both with aesthetics and with a good degree of critical thinking? And so what we've done is mapped out a scheme throughout the school, from foundation to year 6, whereby children have opportunity to gain these skills and to gain an understanding of some of the aspects involved in this field.
You can't see everything that's going on. Remember, a camera only has a little snapshot of what you can see. Do a little bit of lens. Everything else you don't know about.
As part of the visual literacy scheme of work, pupils in Key Stage 1 are introduced to the language of photography. This is taken further in Key Stage 2, when they are encouraged to think more critically about issues such as who has commissioned the image and what has been left out of the shot. The pupils then go on to use digital cameras and learn to crop their photographs to put across a particular message.
Action.
In Year 5, all pupils then work in teams